How's it going, YouTube? It's ElliotPlays here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to FNAF Security Breach, guys. This is going to be my final video on FNAF Security Breach, where we are going to collect all the CDs and listen to them, but we have to use Freddy to do that. So we're going to get started and do that. So yeah, this is going to be the last one until a DLC or something comes out or whatever. So yeah, let us go and get some CDs, my dudes. Right, the first one, we've already got the one on Bonnie Ball, so we've technically got one. So the next one is next to the show stage. So we're gonna go and get that right now. So, oh, that's the wrong way to go, Fredo. It's this side we need to go. So we're gonna go to the show stage at the top here and grab a CD. I don't know if it's where Roxy is though. Yeah, it is as well. She has to move away for a minute. Okay. I think I'm going to collect it.
I'm not a loser.
Yeah, you're a big loser. Oh, roasted. Right. Okay, so the next one is in next to Monty Golf, I think, which is over here. Monty's a gay hardcore golf. Right, so we're gonna go here to do the next one. And I think it's in this blue one here. Yeah, maybe. Yep, there's another one here. Coolio, coolio, coolio. So we've got one here. Excuse me, game. I clicked it. What do you mean? Right, so this is another one. We got another one, Fredo. I think the next one's inside Gator Golf itself, like the thingy here. In here somewhere. Right, I think there's another one down here. I think. don't thingy me on that, guys, but I think. Yep, another one here. Awesome, awesome. So here's another one. And I think our next one is upstairs. I think it's in the cafe over here, the Let's Eat cafe. So I think it's in here, next to Call the Cupcake. There we go. With all the cockroaches. Nice. Nice. Okay, thank you, Freddy. Next one is, I think, actually in Gator Golf itself. So we're going to go into Gator Golf itself. Somewhere around here. I think it's on the 5 one. Here. Yep, here we are. Nice. So that one's there. Let's collect this one. Right. Now, Freddy, where's the next one? I do not know, mate. I do not know, mate. I do not know. The lag is real right now. Okay. Alright, so here we are again. Right, so here's the one in Mesa size. In the Freddy drinks machine. Alright, cool. Right, the next one we've got to go to is Fazbear. Fazbear, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Here we are, another one. Alright. Okay, we're next to are in Roxy Raceway, guys, so we're gonna go there as well now. Holy shit, dude. Let's collect this. There's another one in the bag, my dudes. Freddy, come here, I need you for like 2 seconds for me. Just look at that go-kart. Just look at that go-kart. Just look at this go-kart. Yep, there we go, right. Yep. Thanks for me. Collect the CD. Right, okay. Lovely well, sunshine. Right, there's another one. Give me the CD, homie, slices. Right, next one is backstage area. So where's that? Okay, so we need the grandma Chico. I'm gonna show the, you know, you go in here. Pretty sure I can't see shit. Right, so I need to go in the backstage area. So I need to call Freddo. Yeah, Freddo. Okay, buddy. So we need to go up here. And there should be one on this stand over here. There we are. Yep. X out of them. Like that. Collect the CD. Next one's back in Rockstar Road in front of Freddy's room. So go there again. Go back to Rockstar Road, my dudes. God, it's so like laggy, bro. I don't even know. Right. I should be one in front of Freddo's room. Over here somewhere. And here maybe somewhere. Yep, over there. Cool. Cool. Nah. Got it. Nice. We got another one, Freddo. Right. It takes forever to get here because he has to run all around, dude. It's crazy. Okay. So here is CD number 14. Now I need 14 and now I need 15 and 16. So yeah. Piece of corridor. So here. Is it in this? Through here. Oh, the CD here. Okay. CD number 15. Got him. Jesus, Freddy, you scared me already. I forgot you were here. So it'll be this way. Okay. Here. Through here. Okay. Oh, here. Okay, there it is. Found the last one. Here we go, my dudes. Found the last one. And this is Retro CD number 16. Alright, so we should have them all now, Freddy. I think. Okay. Go this way. Down this way. Right. Down this way. And I'm going past the save station. Turn the corner. Turn this corner. Then close it. What the hell's in here? Chica white box it. Let me in. Oh, here it is, dude. No way. Right, okay. How do I get into this thing?
Gregory, what are you
Sorry,
doing?
Freddy. Whoa. Exotic butters. What is this? Freddy, Friends on Tour. Is this the same one from Sister? No, not Sister. Five Nights at... Is this Sister Location? Yeah, it's Sister Location, because there's the popcorn, there's the telly, exotic butters, and what is all this on the wall? What is this, bro? Weird, dude. Okay. So here's the tape thing. So we're gonna listen to all the tapes, guys.
Hello, Vanessa. How are you feeling today? You look a little tired. Well, it's been a while since we last spoke. How's your anxiety been? You did so well with your calming protocols when we first worked together. Are you still using those? Yes? Okay, good. Well, now I understand there's a new issue. It came on just recently, rather suddenly. Can you tell me about it?
What issue? I've been doing my job. I come in and sit at my desk and do my work.
Yes, of course you do. Your performance reviews are good. But a routine check of your online history has revealed that you've spent quite a bit of time with someone in an encrypted conversation. We have transcripts, and I've read them. But it's not clear what you're talking about in these conversations. I can't make sense of it. You must be getting something from these that I'm not getting, right? Who are you talking to in these?
No one. Sometimes I talk with Lewis. He's in the marketing department. He's nice, I guess.
Yes, I see Lewis here. But there's someone else.
So tape 1, it seems like Vanessa has a split personality, which is caused by trauma of what happened in her childhood between her father and her mother, and the whole custody battle thing. So who the therapist talks to will depend on the persona they're talking to, because they talk to each persona differently. So what we learn from this first tape is that Vanessa is currently taking medication to help with the split personality things, and that's just talking to Lewis from FNAF AR, which is the delivery game on the mobile, which I haven't really played, so I don't really know much about it. And that she's also sending encrypted messages that only she can understand, like cryptic messages are getting sent between her and some other person that only she can understand.
Good morning. Isn't it a pretty day? No? What's the matter? Oh, right. Too bright. I'll pull the shades. Better? When the shade's pulled, it feels like we're in a cubbyhole or a cave? Yeah? So you're not talking to me again today? This isn't all that productive, you know. Don't you think the sessions are more successful when you talk to me? You know, everyone associated with this company gets performance reviews, right? When my sessions don't get results, my reviews aren't very good. If you don't want to talk for your own sake, how about for mine? You don't want me to get in trouble, do you? I could be put in the corner for a timeout. Yeah, you think that's funny, huh?
This next tape tells us that the therapy sessions are getting funded by Fazbear Entertainment, who she's employed by, because they are worried about her job performance and the strange activity that she is looking on their systems. Because she's obviously looking at certain things that are worrying them, why she's on the job. So they put her into therapy to try and talk it out and see what's going on and see if they can get to the bottom of it.
Hi, go ahead. Sit down.
I don't know you. What happened to...
Oh, we'll get to know each other in no time. I've read through all your files, so I feel like we've been talking for weeks. I feel like I know your dad, too. Bill, right? Your dad's name was Bill? I'm sorry, what did you say?
I try to do what I'm supposed to do.
I know you do. Your supervisor notes that you follow instructions perfectly. Your dad made you follow instructions, didn't he? I'm talking about the custody battle between your mum and your dad. Your dad didn't play fair, did he? He used to make your mum look bad in court. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Do you want to talk about how that felt? I suppose I don't need you to tell me it felt bad to have a parent scare you into saying things that weren't true. He manipulated you. It wasn't your fault. It's really sad, but it's common for one parent to use their child to hurt the other parent. I know your mum after she lost the custody case.
I was supposed to be a good girl.
What happened to her had nothing to do with you. Even though it was your testimony that did it. Was that testimony true? No, I didn't think so. But your dad is to blame. not you.
In this next tape, we learn that a new therapist has been assigned. And the cause of psychological damage is caused by a father forcing her to lie about her mother in the custody battle that was happening, which caused her mum to take her own life, which Vanessa blamed herself for as a child, which caused the trauma and which caused split personality at the start. So, yeah.
You're not going to talk to me? No? What's the problem? Oh, the flowers? Yes, these are particularly fragrant today, aren't they? I'll move them. There. Now, let's see. What are you looking at? You're amazingly alert, aren't you? All right. Well, I'd like to have you tell me about yourself. But I can see that you're not going to do that. Or are you? All right then. If you aren't going to talk to me, I'll just go by these notes. You just sit there and be comfy. Or not. That chair doesn't really fit you, does it? Well, this won't take long. Let's see. Your previous counselor is no longer available. Does that bother you? No? You don't look surprised to see me sitting here instead of your last therapist. Well, then, let's get to it. I'll admit that some of what's in your file is a little surprising. Overall, you don't come across as a troublemaker. But if you read between the lines, it's clear that you have a little rebellious side, right? And I'm surprised by your knowledge of computers. You're something of a phenom. Do you know what that word means? It means you have unusual skill. Like a hacker. I assume you know what a hacker is. Yes? Do you think of yourself as a hacker?
So in this one, we'll learn that the therapist is talking to Vanny because she's more confident than Vanessa and she's more cold than Vanessa because she's laughing at the therapist's like worries and things like that. So yeah, this is Vanny who she's talking to, and she is cold and more confident because of Glitchtrap's influence. And Glitchtrap is the program version of William Afton, who had amazing. William Afton was like a robotics engineer, so he has amazing hacking skills, which he can pass on the knowledge to a disciple, which is Vanny. So he's passed on all the knowledge he knows about hacking and things to Vanny, so he can aid in the rebirth of William Afton, because William Afton wants to come back as a normal being, but in order to do that, he has to have some help. So he's got Vanny to help him in the aid for his rebirth.
Good morning, Vanessa. Let's jump right in, shall we? I got a message last night about you, and I have to be honest, it was upsetting. Apparently, the IT department has put together a pretty lengthy report chronicling non-job-related communications that have been coming to your computer. The fact that you're still doing something obviously not work-related on the job is disturbing enough, but what bothers me about what I read is that the messages you're getting seem very manipulative in nature. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I get a lot of messages from friends. I like when Lewis writes to me. He's funny.
I'm not talking about Lewis. You know who I'm talking about. Why won't you open up about it? What you might not know is that this person who's been sending you messages has been hacking into your personal files too. These are the same files I have here. These files are full of details about your life. Do you know what that means?
I'm not in the tech department. I just type on the computers.
I know that. But what matters here is that this person who is contacting you knows a lot about you.
Lots of people know more than I do. Sometimes I need to listen.
In this next tape, we find out that she's been getting weird emails at work. And this is, again, obviously Giztrap, talking to her through the emails and trying to find out more information about Vanessa in order to manipulate her. He uses it as a manipulation tactic to help in his bidding to become rebirthed. So this is what he's doing. So he's sending the emails to control Vanessa at work and getting her to steal company information from Fazbear Entertainment, which is vital for his quest to be rebirthed.
Good morning. It's good to meet you. I've read your file, so I'm up to speed on what you and your previous therapists have worked on. Sure, you can have a candy. I'll have one too. You look chill sitting there like that. Not a care in the world, huh? All right. Well, I'd like to start by talking about your parents. What happened to them and you was tragic. But when I looked through the notes, I didn't get a sense that you've processed that emotionally. When I read your account of what happened, it came across as, well, more of an objective rather than a subjective narrative. Oh, sorry. You don't know what that means, do you? What I mean is that the way you told the story is more like you were reading something from a book than you were talking about your own past. That makes me think you've cut yourself off from it. Is that right? Not sure? Well, I see in your file that you spend a lot of time by yourself and are good at self-dialogue. You know what I mean? Asking yourself questions and getting answers. So maybe you should ask yourself how you really feel about your past. Maybe you should give yourself a chance to really look at what happened and let yourself be upset about it, so you can let it go.
In this next tape, we find out that we have moved on to a third therapist. So we can tell the therapist here is talking to Vanny because she's very detached and she's reciting things as if it's from a book. So she sees the reality of things as if it's a book. So her reality is not real, okay? So this isn't the real Vanessa that the therapist is talking to, but this is a puppet for Giztrap to be able to control when she's in the Vanny state of mind. So this is what this tape is on about.
Hi, Vanessa. Would you like a candy? Butterscotch today.
No, thank you. Those have 35 calories apiece.
Well, they taste good to me. Okay, I thought we could do something today that will help us get to know one another better. It looks like you've never taken an ink blot test, right? No? Okay. Then I'm going to show you some ink blots, like this one. And I want you to tell me the first thing it makes you think of. Here we go. What do you see here?
A treehouse.
It does look sort of like a treehouse, doesn't it? Do you like treehouses?
I like to sit outside and read.
That's good. Now, what about this one?
A beetle.
Really? Looks like a face to me. That's very interesting.
In this tape, we find out that Vanny likes candy, but Vanessa does not like candy. So also, although they share the same body and mind, well, they share the same mind, they don't share the same body. Although they share the same mind, their actions depend on who the therapist is speaking to. But Vanessa is very pessimistic. She has a very pessimistic view due to the answers from the ink blot test. So, yeah, we can always tell which one the therapist is speaking to, judging by the actions and their replies. So, yeah.
Have you thought more about what we talked about? In our last session, you told me you were sad and scared about what happened to you. I suggested you write down exactly what made you so sad and scared. Did you do that? You know, I work with people of all ages, from little kids to the very elderly, and everyone reacts to tragedy differently. Tragedy always leads to a feeling of loss. It's a hole that feels funny, right? Yeah. So, if you could process those feelings, how do you think it would affect your fantasies? Would you keep them in the way they are?
From this tape, we learn that Vanessa is scared and sad due to her childhood and what happened, and she would often slip into a fantasy world to escape this reality. And the willingness to let go made it easy for Glitchtrap to manipulate her mind and get her to do the things that he asks. So she's basically his puppet right now. So
what are you doing? Oh, you like those? I do too. They smell so sweet, don't they? Apparently, the janitor on this floor has a garden and has been putting bouquets in the offices here for years. Do you ever grow things? No?
I work a lot.
I know you do. Maybe more than you should. More free time would do you good. Do you have a hobby? No? Perhaps we could find one for you, like a sport. No? I have a craft space in my basement. Maybe I could come up with something you could learn to do.
I don't like dark basements.
okay, in this one, again, the actions change on who the therapist is speaking to. Vanessa's hatred of basements could be associated to when she was under Glitchtrap's control as Vanny. So she could associate this, like the hatred of basements could be associated to the time she spent as Vanny under Glitchtrap's control, because it felt claustrophobic and she couldn't think for herself. She was always under control like a puppet, and that's probably where a hatred of basements and dark places comes from. So yeah.
I'd say make yourself comfortable, but I think you already are. It looks like you could take a nap. That's a nice chair, isn't it? According to these message logs, you've been working pretty late over the last couple of weeks. Or not working. Are you ready to talk about who you're interacting with? From what I can see here, the interaction is getting more serious. Is it distracting you from your work?
My work is important. There's a non-disclosure agreement.
And then this next recording, it sounds like Vanny is she sounds like a controlled puppet. She's got like very monotone answers and straight up just like so like she's being controlled by someone, which is obviously, as we know, it's Glitchtrap. And every time a therapist brings up the conversations about the emails to Glitchtrap, she always shuts it down. Like she doesn't want to talk about it because the therapist is getting to know too much about. They're getting to know too much about what's actually going on beneath the surface. They're starting to unravel it slowly, so she shuts down immediately any convos to do with that, with Glitchtrap and the emails.
Good morning, Vanessa. Well, I can't blame you for looking out the window instead of listening to me. It's a gorgeous day, isn't it?
I like the blue sky.
So do I. Now, let's see what we can get done on this nice sunny day. Okay, here we go. I know part of your job requires you to do online searches, but a routine audit of your search history has revealed that you're doing a little private searching on company time. Is that right?
I get breaks.
That's true. So, on your breaks, it looks like you were shopping for a costume. You purchased some fake fur material. What are you gonna make? What was that? Did you say the costume is a secret? Why is that?
I can't talk about this. He said he would always be watching. He could be here, or there, or anywhere in between.
Are you talking about your dad? Have those feelings come up again? I hate sounding like a broken record, but this is something you really need to resolve if you're ever going to be happy.
I have! I compartmentalized him. He's locked away.
No, that's not what I mean. You can't just ignore an issue. You have to face your memory of the experiences and process them so you can let it go. So you don't get triggered anymore. You can use a sort of self-dialogue to release these things.
I don't like doing that.
Well, okay. We'll get back to that. I'd really like to know something about this costume. What's it for?
Okay, in this next one, they get asked about the costume that is being created, which obviously is the Vanny costume that Vanny uses to get around the Pizzaplex and everything undetected. But both the subconsciousness are trying to fight out with each other when asked about it. As Vanny is submissive to Glitchtrap and Vanessa is more scared to obey him. The therapist thinks when Vanessa says that she's being watched by her father, she thinks that it's by memories of her father, but it's actually Glitchtrap who is watching over her and has the hold over her and is scaring her into submission. But the therapist doesn't know it's that. So that's what this tape is on about.
I understand you'll be transferring to a different location soon. I'll be sorry to see you go. I think we've been making progress, don't you? You can request to come back and speak with me more on your own time, though. Did you know that? Our sessions don't have to be company mandated. I have all sorts of clients, Vanessa. I don't just work with corporations. I work with individuals and small groups. I even work in schools. I'm wherever I'm needed.
I'm needed somewhere else now. Thank you.
In this tape, we learn that Vanessa is going to move locations from Special Delivery to the Mega Pizzaplex, which is built over the FNAF 6 pizzeria. And in this, it is possible, in FNAF Security Breach, it is possible to resurrect William Afton to return him to physical form. And this is Glitchtrap's end game plan. So this is what he wants. This is why he's manipulating Vanessa to do all of this stuff for him, to hack all the systems in the Pizzaplex, to hack all the systems in all the previous pizzerias so he can get to this point. So he can become a being again. So he's back to a physical form again. So this is William Afton's plan to come back. Glitchtrap's plan is to come back. Okay?
When I'm getting to know a new client, I like to start by finding out directly from them what they like to do. How do you spend all the time you have? Nothing. Well, how do you feel about sports? You like sports? Yeah? No? Oh, I get it. You like to watch them, but not play them. You like being inside, don't you? I get that. Lots of weird stuff outdoors, isn't there? Yeah, I understand. Well, I hate to do this right off the bat, but I've been directed to ask you about this. Apparently, I'm the 4th therapist you've had. And apparently, all 3 of your former therapists have gone missing. Or 2 of them are missing. I don't want to scare you, but I have to tell you that one of them was found dead. That doesn't seem to upset you. Well, then I guess I'll go ahead and tell you that the woman's body was pretty messed up. It looked like it was mangled by machinery. That doesn't bother you either? It's all pretty strange, I think. I'm not clear on the circumstances. Apparently the police don't have any evidence. How does all of this make you feel? Maybe I should be watching my back. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Okay, shall we move on to something lighter?
In this tip, we learn that we are now onto a 4th therapist. And this therapist is directing it to Vanny. Is talking to Vanny. And they're informing Vanny that 3 of the other therapists have gone missing. 2 went missing and 1 got killed in a machine-related attack. That sounds familiar. People getting stuffed in animatronic bodies and then getting mangled? Yeah, that's what happened. So, under Glitchtrap's orders, Vanny has sent out animatronics infected with the Glitchtrap virus to attack anyone trying to cure Vanessa. So, like in FNAF AR, that's what the premise of FNAF AR is. You get animatronics sent to your house. So that is what Vanny has done. She has sent an animatronic who has this Glitchtrap virus to the therapist's house, and they have obviously tromped on them and killed them. So this is because Glitchtrap doesn't want anyone messing with his plans that he's worked so hard to build up to, but he's been building up to all of this, and he doesn't want anyone to cure Vanessa and ruin it all. So that's why the therapists have gone missing.
Do you know a place called Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex? I'll take your silence as a yes. And besides, I know you know it, because the technicians who work for Pizzaplex know you. Or rather, I guess it would be better to say that they think they do. They report that they've caught you on camera, or at least it appears to be you. Nothing to say about that? Well, the techs are convinced that you've hacked into their system many times. Although, I'll admit I don't see any proof here. Seems like they have more of a gut feeling than fact. But apparently, the hacks are causing all kinds of problems. You get a kick out of that? The idea of techs running around like chickens with their heads cut off? Yeah, that's a funny image, isn't it? But seriously, I have to say that I think it's weird that you'd spend so much time in such a busy, social place. You seem like more of a loner to me. Lots of time by yourself instead of with friends. Lots of time talking to yourself. Right? Is it the electronics you like? I saw in your file that you have developed software programs that talk to you in repeat phrases, right? The program asks you questions and prompts you for responses. It's kind of like your own self-therapy, isn't it? Another way of talking to yourself to work things out, right? When I saw some of your recent encrypted conversation logs, that's what I thought I was looking at. It felt like I was watching someone go back and forth in their own head. But the techs found something that's different than that. When I read what they found, at first, I thought I was looking at more examples of you just talking with yourself. Then I realized it was different. When I study this, it sounds like there is someone else responding to you. Who is it?
From this tape, we learn that Vanessa doesn't actually work at the Mega Pizzaplex. She's creating rooms around the establishment so she can hack the systems of Fazbear Entertainment to cause problems. As you can see in Phaser Blast, above Phaser Blast, we found Vanny's room. So this is what she's doing. She's creating rooms around the Pizzaplex so she can be in the building undetected, so she can hack the systems and cause problems. Fazbear Entertainment, who she originally worked for, continued to monitor our online activity. And they discovered that she created an online program where she can interact with an entity as if it was real. But she made this program so she could directly contact Glitchtrap and get orders from him to help him in his end game plan. And put him back into an animatronic shell, which is seen in the secret boss fight with the William Afton. If you go under this Pizzaplex, if you go into Pizzaplex and you go under the FNAF 6 location, and then there's a little room there where William Afton is hiding inside of a charging unit. And obviously you saw that from my previous video where we got the William Afton ending. So that's what Glitchtrap's plan is all along, to try and get to that point.
I saw some ink blot test results in your file. I like ink blot tests. You want to do one? Yes? Okay. How about this one? What do you see? What? You want to hold it? Okay. You think it's a mask? It reminds you of a mask? Like a disguise? Yeah, I can see that. You like the idea of being disguised? Disguises let you be sort of invisible, don't they? You can get away with almost anything when you're invisible, can't you? Yeah, you like that idea, huh? Well, okay, moving on. I have another report we need to talk about. Apparently, the techs were reviewing communications going in and out of this building, and they came across some interesting things. They say you were in communication with someone, or maybe something. Pretty strange. What do you think about that? Nothing? Well, the techs say it looked to them like it was an attempt to manipulate you, or maybe to lure you somewhere. There, that's better. On this side of the desk, I can see your eyes. The thing is, when I read the communications, I get something different out of them. I don't think you're being manipulated here. I think you're the one doing the manipulating. No comment? Huh? Okay. Then how about this? I have this still shot the techs pulled from the security footage that recorded you in the Pizzaplex. That's you, isn't it? I know this image is distorted, but I think it looks like you. And you're not alone here. You're talking to someone. Or something. It's hard to tell. What are those things? They almost look like rabbit ears. What? You find that amusing? Well, I guess it is.
And in this tape, this tells us that, to me, it sounds like Vanny thinks she's untouchable because she's hidden behind a mask, so so she won't get into trouble. And it can also be a metaphor that manipulation is also a mask. You know, like the manipulation is also masked. No one can tell that she's being manipulated. That she's being puppeted because she's, that she's there. So Vanny could be manipulating Vanessa into doing glitch traps, or that's because she's trying to step back and be like, no, I don't want to do this. But it seems to me like the Vanny side is starting to take over to see to the end game that glitch trap gets what he wants, and he gets the final ending that he's been building up to over this time.
I got another message from the techs at the Pizzaplex. I'm afraid it's about you again. The techs have been struggling to fix some serious glitches with the robots. I'm not sure what exactly is wrong, except that it's making the robots more eerie than entertaining. You like that? Eerie instead of entertaining? Thanks, but it's really not that funny. Apparently, the glitch extended beyond the robots. It went system-wide. It began infecting all the machines, and when the techs traced the glitch back to its origin, it led them to you. I'm not going to pretend to understand everything I'm reading here, but what I get is that the system-wide glitch was like a cascade that was broadcasting a very dangerous message. While the techs were trying to reprogram the system to remove the glitch, the source of the glitch shifted. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not all that familiar with computer programming, so I might get this wrong, but what I understand is that the glitch stopped being a glitch and turned into an intentional set of subroutines that were aimed at creating the same thing the glitch created. Those subroutines seem to have come from you. Can you explain that? Listen, I'm on your side here. Our sessions are just between you and me. The techs can't prove what they think, so you're not in trouble. I just thought you could tell me what you're trying to do. Maybe if we could get to the bottom of that, it could help you. What do you think? Still not talking? All right. Well, then let's do this. Why don't we talk about the research I did in your past, shall we? Some therapists think they should only focus on information they get from their clients, but some therapists, like me, think it's helpful to find out about clients from other sources. Wanna guess what I found out when I looked into the tragedy of your past? All that stuff about your parents? You aren't even gonna look at me? Fine. You can look at the floor all you want. But it won't change the fact that none of what you said in your file about your parents was true. The truth is, you had great parents, a great childhood. Why did you lie? Look at me. Tell me why you lied. Well, I can understand why you might feel angry about the way I just confronted you. Why don't we come back to this another day? You're shaking your head as though that's not going to happen.
The final tape tells us that Glitchtrap made Vanessa manipulate the robots and the systems in the Pizzaplex to help in his final resurrection, and with the message being sent out probably to recruit more people in case it goes wrong. So then he can move on to a different Pizzaplex and do the same thing over and over again until the plan works, sort of thing. And then possibly with it being like split up, it could be like the tapes in FNAF VR when he was split into different tapes, and every time we got one of them tapes, he began to take physical form. So that could mean as well, like he's starting to take physical form as we're gathering more pieces of certain things. I don't know. Maybe as we're hacking different systems and things, we're slowly building them into a solid form, like we did in FNAF VR. Obviously, in this tape, we find out that she lied about a past, about a family. But what that makes me believe is that Glitchtrap made her believe about the past as a form of manipulation to carry out his final plans, which made it easier to puppet her. So if he could get her to believe the story and give her that trauma to make it easier to puppet, then that's what he's done. He's made her believe the story is true so that he could manipulate her into being like, yeah, this is it. You're the bad daughter who lied about your mum, and this is why she ended her own life and things like that. So this is his way of manipulating her to do his bidding. But obviously the therapist uncovering this has made Vanny angry that the plan is starting to be slowly unfolded and slowly starting to like fizzle out kind of thing. Because it means that Glitchtrap can't get to his final form and carry out his final plan if people find out what's happening. And obviously with the therapist knowing too much, she said, oh, we'll talk about it in the next therapy session, and Vanny obviously goes, no we won't, because she's going to get taken care of just like the other three were, because they learned too much about the story, about what's happening, what the plan is. So there will not be another therapy session because the therapist won't be there, because they'll be mangled in an animatronic like the other ones were. But yeah, that is the 16 tapes, guys, and that's pretty much what I believe they were on about. I might not be correct, I might be totally way off, but that's what it seems like they were saying to me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is going to be it for FNAF Security Breach from me now. So until a DLC comes out or anything like that, this is going to be it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this series so far, and if you did, please do smash the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you saw it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out guys, good night, we're from the world, y'all.